Hello, I'm Dr. Anjali Bhatawdekar. I'm a pediatrician.
Hello, I'm Dr. Manoj Bhatawdekar. I'm a psychiatrist. We have been talking about food habits, obesity. This video is particularly for parents. It is said that obesity runs in families because nobody runs in their family. Well, exercise is of paramount importance in preventing obesity. So we recommend that the entire family promotes a culture of exercise so that children imbibe it at an early age and develop healthy habits. When it comes to exercise, many people tell us that we don't have time for exercise, we are so busy. What do we do?
Ideally, it is recommended that you should have a 40 to 45 minutes exercise every day. It can be in the form of walking, running, jogging, swimming, cycling, dancing, etc. Any aerobic exercise that you like, at least 5 days a week. But many people say that they don't have time for this. What do they do then? There are certain exercises which you can do in a short time, but which would give you the benefit of longer exercise time. An example is that of Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar don't take much time, but they exercise the entire body. They can burn a lot of calories and they are very useful in maintaining weight as well as losing weight. So for people who don't have time, it's best to do these exercises. We can also have certain videos on the internet in which walking is promoted at home. These videos are excellent if you don't have time to go out for a walk, or maybe during the rainy season when you cannot go out for a walk. So you can put on these videos and walk with the videos. Here, let me tell you a story of one of my friends. This friend in his early 40s was overweight. He was working in the corporate sector and had no time for a 40-45 minutes walk every day. But he was diagnosed with mild diabetes, and that really shook him up. He realized that he needs to do something about his growing weight. But as he did not have that 45 minutes time every day, he started some small techniques every single day to burn more calories. And these techniques were really useful to him. Like, he was staying on the third floor. Instead of using the lift, he started using the stairs every time. Even in the office, he would use the stairs. He had to take the car to the office, of course, but he would park the car a little distance away at times from the main gate and he would walk up. If he went shopping to a place which is nearby, he would walk to the place and not take his car or scooter over there. So he started burning more and more calories. He also started taking out time 5 to 10 minutes each day for relaxation, and this also helped him. And in the next few months, he came back to his original weight, and his diabetes also was under control. Let us remember that there are thousands of excuses for not doing exercise. But there is only one reason for doing the exercise, and that is you want to do the exercise. If you really want to do the exercise, you realize that exercise is really important for you, you will find some way or the other to do the exercise. Maybe not as a 45 minutes walk or a run, but in simple ways like my friend did.
Well, we are talking about exercise on one hand. Let me tell you one more thing about food. Have you ever seen an obese animal or a bird except the domesticated pets? Have you ever seen an obese infant? Why is it so? All animals, including us, have a basic mechanism in the brain which tells us to stop eating when the body's requirements are met. So, if you overfeed an infant, the infant will vomit the excess. Unfortunately, we lose this mechanism as we grow up because we tend to eat foods that we love in excess and we don't stop eating even when we are full. Listening to the body is a very important phenomenon which all animals have, which all infants have. As adults, we need to start listening to our body. So the dictum is eat when you are hungry, stop eating before you are too full. And remember, the brain takes about 20 minutes to realize that there is satiety once you start eating food. So eat slowly. Another thing is the foods that we are talking about, the junk foods, the packaged foods, they contain a lot of substances which are addictive in nature and which increase the craving for those kinds of foods. That is why it's important to avoid these foods. So, temptation, craving is to be watched, acknowledged, and dealt with.
While we are talking about listening to the body, let me give you my own example. There are certain times when it is lunchtime or dinner time, but you don't feel like eating. You feel you're still full from whatever you had, say in breakfast time or lunch time. And sometimes what happens is because it is lunchtime, you eat whatever your usual lunch is. I have found that if on a particular day when I'm not feeling hungry and I skip that meal, it's perfectly fine. Next time, after a few hours, when it is, say, dinner time, I'm really very hungry and I can give justice to the food. So it's okay once in a while to miss your meal if you are too full. Of course, if it is happening too often, you need to consult a doctor. Other things which have helped me personally are I love sweets. I have a sweet tooth and I really like to have desserts and ice creams and things like that. But I have realized over the years that these are the things that go to your hips and which I don't want. So what do I do? Taking smaller portions in the beginning, taking smaller bites and eating slowly is very important. If you do that, take a small portion, quarter of what you really want. Even if you want to take a second helping, it doesn't matter because still you would be eating less than what you otherwise would. So take smaller portions, take smaller bites, keep that bite in your mouth for a longer time, eat very, very slowly, and listen to your body when that body tells you that I'm full. If you follow these simple techniques, I'm sure you can watch your weight, you can keep your weight under control, and you can help you and your family, and especially your children, stay away from obesity.